Good morning, beautiful mamas. So, first off, I am so happy to be here with you all. Happy Mama's First Monday. So, today was, you guys understand me when I say like kid drop off was crazy. So, if you have kids that are young, or if you don't even have kids who are young now, you've had them when they were young. And you've either had to deal with drop off or something of some sort that kind of got you behind. So today was one of those days. But the beautiful part is that I always have a plan, a routine, and that's something we always talk about. Okay, and today is going to have something to do with that because you have to purposely schedule things for you because you are important. And I promise you, the only way that you can truly be a good mom and a good whatever you want to be is that you have to first be good for you, and not in a weird, selfish, kind of narcissistic way, but in a way that's healthy for you and your family. All right. So today we are in episode 57. And excuse me, we are talking about this title, The Passion Pursuit. Passion Pursuit, finding and following what lights you up. Now, listen, the world will kind of try to push us away from that in several ways. Okay. And that's something we can talk about at a later date, but I am going to bring up a few things. For example, the school system. The school system is not created for us to find and follow what lights us up. It's for us to find a job that's going to pay us so that we can live. It's almost like school trains us to be in survival mode all the time. But that's something that we're going to talk about in episode 58. Okay. So today, the problem, or as I like to call it, the opportunity for today is following your passions while being a mom. Because sometimes it's hard. Oftentimes you're like, when I became a mom, like everything else went out the window. And I felt that way before. And you may have felt that way before. And if you haven't, I want to know the secret. Like, what was it that kept you from actually just succumbing? Yeah, I can't even talk this morning. Succumbing to just being a mom and just, losing yourself. If you didn't lose yourself, then please share how you did it. Share the secret sauce with us. All right, so here is something that's so important that a lot of us forget. You were you before you became a mom. And guess what? Your passions, they mean something. And not even just to you, but to the world. And your passions are your passions for a reason. They are your passions for a reason. And oftentimes, there are ways that we can live out those passions by helping others, helping ourselves, mutually beneficial type of relationship. so so today what I want to do is help you plant the seed to help your passions grow because I think that's so important. And the solution for today is flame. And I love this because you want it to grow. So you're going to start a spark. So when you start a fire, it normally starts very small. It's normally just a little flame. And then you want it to grow. And what I want to help you do is help your passions grow because I was listening to Mel Robbins, and she was talking about how September is actually the best time to start something new. So if you're trying to start something new, this right here, this month, it's one of the best times. And she goes back and she explains. I wish I could go find the link for you, but she explains why. Because January is kind of weird. Like a lot of people try to do it at the beginning of the year, but September is where everything. Like we've been conditioned to start anew in September because the school buses come out because it's time for back to school, like, and then we know it's a new start. So for us, really the new start, and I believe like she does, is September, especially if you have kiddos that are in school or even kiddos that are homeschooled, because it's a new time for them too. It's they're going back to the learning stages. Okay. So I would love to encourage you to start something new this month because this is the prime time because the world around us is cueing us as something new is starting. So with the F, what I want you to do is focus on what excites you. Like something is exciting you. What is it? Like identify what is it that you are passionate about. Like literally find what you're passionate about and at least Write down those things that you're passionate about. Just get your notebook, put in your notes section in your phone, and just start typing out or writing out what you are passionate about, what excites you. Write it down, and then you can start numbering which ones excite you most. Like your top five, then your second top five, and then keep going from there. And with the L, I want you to listen to your heart. You have an inner voice that is really rooting for you. And oftentimes we've been conditioned to limit it and not really listen to it. But I want you to take the time to trust your inner voice because it's there for a reason. Okay. I promise you, it's there for a reason. So trust that voice, and when you start hearing things, that you're like, I don't know if this is real. Am I just overthinking it? Write it down so that you can always go back to it. Don't lose that. And with the A, action steps. This is where you're going to plan. You're going to plan time for you to actually pursue your passion. So create a plan. Like even if it's not like super concrete, like first off, some people need structure and some people like their own structure. I'm the kind of person that I need a little more structure than others. It's easier for me that way. So if someone else has some structures in place, I prefer to use theirs because it makes it easier for me, especially since I've been so conditioned to do things the other way because I was conditioned to live life through the 9 to 5 way. And now, since I had started, doing this online for myself, I've had to unlearn it and find different structures. And I promise you, if you've never been working for yourself, you probably understand, but I promise you, you can do it. So create that plan to pursue your passion. So first, at least start off by writing down what you're passionate about. And then, of course, listen to your inner voice, write those things down, and then start planning. Like, what do you want to do next? Like, even if it's something simple as I want to become a digital creator, I want to become a YouTuber, whatever it is, start small and then go from there. All right. So, the next thing you're going to do is manage your time. And honestly, I really don't believe in time management. I believe in you management within the time zones because time can't be managed. Time is time, but you can manage what you do within your time. So make sure that you dedicate time regularly to your passion. Because if you don't, what's going to happen is you're going to start feeling some kind of way. And I promise that this is also really good for mental health. If you actually dedicate some real time to your passion on a continuous basis, you're going to start to feel a lift, a load lifted off of your shoulders. So this is actually good for your mental health as well. So go for that. And with the E, evolve. Like this is the best part, you all, because it takes, first off, who you are right now. You didn't just become you. It's taking time. You've evolved into who you are now. But here's the thing, you can evolve into the you that you were created to be, into the you that you want to be, into the you that your passions are trying to get you to become. So evolve by allowing your passion to grow and change as you do. And that's what happens, okay? And if something else comes up later down the line, you find out you're passionate about something else, write it down. Don't push it away because oftentimes the passions that we have lead us to more passions that we didn't even realize we had, and that's okay. So here's the deal, because we are in this month of changing and doing following passions and doing something outside of just you know being a mom. I have something, a new freebie this month that I created just for you all, and you can go to the unprofessionalmom.com/clarity catalyst. And this is really my fave. And the reason this is one of my new fave, honestly, because like I've said before, I've had to pretty much reverse engineer what I've had to deal with, what I've had to go through to get to where I am. And I reverse engineer. So all pretty much all of the stuff I give you is me like, what did I have to go through? How did I get through it? And I just find a way to make it cohesive for you all. So I have the Clarity Catalyst in front of me, and it has 5 simple steps for moms to rediscover who they are. So it'd be 5 simple steps for you to rediscover who you are, okay? Because it's all I really want for you. Because if you don't have a guide, like I said before, I needed a guide. I have a guide to pretty much help you find yourself again so that you can show up better for you and your family. And in here, it's just going to help you go through some things like, what are your core values? What strengths do you have that are uniquely you? What drives you? Because sometimes we don't even know what drives us. And that can also have something to do with our passions. And also, what's your ideal life? We don't think about our ideal life, but our ideal lives deal with things that we are passionate about. And then also, I give you some simple action steps to get started. Like, I'll give you some steps that you can take. You can use mine, or you can Google some things, or go to my friend ChatGPT to ask it for suggestions. And then, beautiful mama, you will have completed those steps. And of course, if you want to learn more about how I can help you, that'll also be in this guide. So, look, beautiful mama, I thank you for taking the time to be here, because that means that you really want to make sure that you are looking out for you, because your kids aren't right now. Let's just be honest. They're not looking out for you because they're so used to you always being there for them. So now it's time for you to look out for you. And as usual, I love you to life, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. I'll see you